ocean-like cargo. This wasn't just theft. This was the systematic destruction of entire civilizations, the depopulation of kingdoms, the erasure of knowledge systems that had existed for millennia. But the story you're about to hear isn't just about suffering, it's about resistance. It's about how African people fought back, how they survived, how they preserved their humanity against impossible odds. This is the story they tried to bury. This is the Atlantic slave trade, and its consequences echo through Africa to this very day. Welcome to Africa Hidden History. I'm your narrator, and today we are confronting one of the darkest chapters in human history, but we are telling it from an African perspective. For too long, the story of the Atlantic slave trade has been told through European eyes. We hear about plantation economies, about shipping routes, about the profits made in Liverpool and Lisbon. But what about the kingdoms that were destroyed? What about the families torn apart? What about the demographic catastrophe that changed Africa's trajectory forever? Today's documentary will take you on a journey spanning 4 centuries. We'll walk through the magnificent kingdoms of West and Central Africa before European contact. We'll witness the arrival of the Portuguese in the 1440s and watch as a trickle of captives becomes a flood of humanity. We'll follow the stories of real African people, kings who resisted, warriors who fought back, captives who rebelled on slave ships, and communities that rebuilt themselves despite everything. But most importantly, we'll reveal the hidden truths. The African resistance movements that fought the trade for centuries, the economic systems that were deliberately destroyed, the demographic collapse that some regions still haven't recovered from 6 centuries later. By the end of this documentary, you understand not just what happened, but why it matters today, why some African nations struggle with development, why certain regions have gender imbalances, why cultural knowledge was lost, and why understanding this history is crucial for understanding modern Africa. This is not a story of victimhood. This is a story of resilience, resistance, and survival against the greatest crime in human history. Let's begin. To understand what was lost, you must first understand what existed. In the 1400s, before European ships appeared on the Atlantic coast, Africa was home to some of the world's most sophisticated civilizations.